We are beginning Chapter 13 on consumer math. So 13.1 is going to talk about the time value of money, and we're going to go through several formulas. Chapter 13 is all about selecting the correct formula. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what this fee is called when someone lends money to someone else. Right? This fee is called interest. And we're going to look at various forms of interest. The first kind we'll look at is simple interest. Simple interest is a flat interest rate paid each year based on a fixed percentage. So our simple interest formula is I equals PRT. So to calculate interest, you need to have the principal, which is the amount you're borrowing, times the quoted rate times T, time in years. So if they quote you a time in months, you must change it to a fraction. Then other formulas that go along with simple interest are what your future value is. So the future value is going to be denoted by this letter A, and it's going to be the full amount paid back. So the future value is the principal you started with plus the interest that has accrued over the length of that time. Present value is the principal, is the amount you borrowed, and here's the formula for that. So we're going to go through a couple of questions and see if we can decipher which formula we need. So David Fontana is owed $260 by the IRS for overpayment of last year's taxes. The IRS will repay the amount at 6% simple interest. Find the total amount Fontana will receive if the interest is paid for 8 months. Total amount is referencing future value. What's the full amount he'll get back? So future value is this formula right here. So A equals P plus PRT. So we simply plug in what we know. P is the amount that he's owed, $260, plus 260 times 0.06, we want to change this percentage to a decimal, times T. Now they are saying the time span is 8 months. We can't put 8 in for T because T represents years. So we need to write the fraction 8/12. By and large, after you plug into the formula, everything is done with a calculator. So I would grab out my calculator and I would do 260 plus 260 times 0.06 times 8/12. And I get this dollar amount, $270.40. So my answer is $270.40. So that's the full amount that David will receive back from the IRS. So that includes the $260 he was originally owed for overpayment, plus this right here calculates the interest that is added on. Problem 2, what is the maximum amount Frank can borrow, right? Borrow, that is referencing what is P. If it must be repaid in 16 months with simple interest at 5%. And he knows that at that time he will be able to repay no more than $6,500. Okay, so we're looking for P. So from above, P is found by taking A divided by 1 plus RT. A is the full amount he would be able to repay, so that's no more than $6,500. So $6,500 divided by 1 plus. The interest rate is 5%, so we're going to use 0.05. And then the time was 16 months, so we have to write a fraction, 16/12. Now it is my recommendation that if you're going to punch all this into your calculator at one time, that this denominator is all held with extra parentheses. So here's how we would do that. We're going to take 6,500 divided by, we're going to throw in some parentheses to hold the entire denominator. We're going to do 1 plus 0.05 times 16 divided by 12. Close those parentheses and hit enter. So I get $6,093.65. $6,093.75. So that is the principal. That's how much he can borrow so that he pays no more than $6,500 in the end.